The following is a presentation of Muddy River News.
Coming up on Muddy River Gems, browse through the Easley Pioneer Museum in Ipava. Between Ipava and Bernadotte and Table Grove, there are hundreds, thousands of acres that were in the 40s devoted to training at Camp Ellis and a prisoner of war camp. Bill, we're looking at a picture of you now with your wife.
Yes.
On the day you were married?
Yes.
You were how old at that time?
19.
You were 19. How old are you now?
I'll soon be 99.
99. How's your memory about Camp Ellis?
Oh, I can remember everything.
That's on the next Muddy River Gems, sponsored by Dot Foods.
Welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Bob Gough. Ashley Conrad is out. Today we're talking to folks from Chaddock about foster care and how you can be a foster parent and why you should be a foster parent. Scott Wheelock and Lindsay Miller. Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
First off, do you need foster parents?
There's a need every day for foster parents. Me saying that doesn't mean I have a child in my office right now needing a home. Doesn't mean we don't keep them in a hotel room, stuff like that. But there is a need. It could come up tomorrow. So yes.
And what do you do to accommodate these kids?
So when kids come into care, they typically will come in through DCFS. So we're contracted through DCFS. And DCFS will look for a relative support when they first come into care. And that relative support typically will let the child be placed with them and take care of them. But then we still have to go in and license that home. However, sometimes when children come into care, they don't have any support within family or people they know that are able to provide that. And then we need a traditional home, which is what we really need for our agency, is because when we don't have that family support, we don't have anywhere for the kids to go. So a traditional home would just be someone that would open their home up for kids who come into care and don't have any support or a place to go, and provide love, support for the kids, and let them be able to, I guess,
stay in our community.
Yeah.
We need local. We do Adams Pike, Hancock, and Brown.
Right.
And we want the kids to stay in their community.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the coverage area overall. What about the screening process?
There's a lot of steps to become a foster parent. First thing is to give us a call or shoot us an email on our website, and then we'll come out and sit with them at their table and kind of see what their goal is. Foster parents come to us with kind of a goal in mind too. They don't know if they just want to serve every child ages birth to 18 or children 0 to 10. We got to figure out where they're at and then go from there. There's a lot of training, background checks, references, a whole list of items.
yeah.
So go ahead.
Sometimes when children or when foster parents are interested, they may have their own kids and they may say, you know what, we can only provide care for one more child in our house. We only have one bedroom for space, or we only have boys, we like to keep it just boys. So sometimes foster parents are very specific on what they're able to take. And we call you, and once a child comes into care and we ask, we have this child, it's a female, she's 8 years old, she's in your school district, and then we give any information we have, medical, all of that. So they're aware of what, the child will be like going into their home. Of course, sometimes we don't have all that information, but as much as we have, we give to them. That way they can say yes or no. You know what, this isn't going to work for us. We don't have time to take the children to doctor's appointments due to our work schedules, or stuff like that. When you become a foster parent, it's not saying oh, these kids are getting dropped off at our house in the middle of the night.
Sure.
It's not like that at all.
Right.
And I don't think people understand that, just because it's not really talked about.
Let's talk about the screening process. I mean, say you get somebody and they're a great foster parent and they want to be a foster parent again, and they kind of do that initial screening process. But sometimes circumstances can change over time. So is there a way where you look at them and say, okay, well, and are these kids then asked in some sort of follow-up about their experiences?
They're actually, DCFS just integrated that into the system. There's an exit interview they're doing to foster children now. So that is a new thing. So yes, it kind of gives feedback on the casework through Chaddock and the foster parents and whatever service they have. Ourselves, Lindsay and I are in the home at least once every 6 months to do an interview with the foster parents. More often, sometimes. We also have to do investigations in our role. There's certain standards that foster parents have to follow, and if there's thoughts that they may not, we have to come in and see if those are being violated.
I know that you said you contract through DCFS. I know DCFS has had some issues over the last few years. Have they improved the processes on their end?
I mean, I believe so. I mean, it's anywhere you go with any workers, with anything, you're going to have, your excellent workers, your excellent, and case to case is very different too.
Sure.
Even when they place with a relative, some relatives have everything, some relatives are living bare minimum. And so, there's a lot. You can't
Right.
really say, like, is everyone doing everything they
Sure.
should be doing? Because
Yeah, no, it's like any job, it's like any state agency, it's
Yeah.
whatever. Some people are doing great. There's always some bad apples, but it's always difficult. And especially when you're dealing with kids, there's just a lot of variables and a lot of circumstances there.
And we work hand in hand with DCFS.
Right.
We all have the same goal. We have a very good relationship with the local DCFS. Some of our former employees are down there, so we know them real well, and they know us. More often than not, it's a comfortable relationship with DCFS, and they take pride just like we do.
And I will also say, with our agency, with any agency, with anywhere in this economy right now, everyone needs workers. So,
Sure.
You might hear bad things, but you go to a restaurant and you don't get what you want because there's not enough workers. I mean, we're struggling for workers everywhere
Sure.
too, and that takes a huge toll. You can't expect a DCFS worker to be at 10 different places at the same time.
No question about it. Also, when you talk about just money and finances and stuff, it's not like kids just get dropped off at somebody's house. These foster parents are compensated for what they do, correct?
Yes, they receive a board payment. It's kind of helped to support food and travel and stuff like that. Nobody's buying a summer house off being a foster parent.
No.
No, I'm sure
or
not.
a winter home, maybe I should.
Right.
But it helps.
Right, no doubt about it. And also the other thing we wanted to stress, I spoke with Chaddock CEO Debbie Reed a few months ago, kind of talking about the anniversary. But yeah, you guys are coming up on 170 years, so you've done a lot. You've helped a lot of kids over a long time here.
Yeah.
170 years. I guess and you've been with them how long?
Be 10 years in December.
And then you've done two tours of duty, right?
Tours, and I'm in the middle 20 years, maybe somewhere in there. Yeah, I left and I had to go back.
Yeah. In your time there, talk about how Chaddock has changed, how it's improved, and because it is really an asset for this community. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, you mentioned Debbie Reed. Debbie Reed and all this folks there, they strive for excellence. They want to improve. They give us the tools to improve. If we see something needs improvement, we can go to people and we get our needs met. So it's just we're part of the Methodist Church, and there's a mission with that too. So we're just striving to improve every day.
And if somebody wants to utilize your services or become a foster parent, how do they reach out?
You can get on our website, chaddock.org, and there are contact information for our main office, for Scott, for myself. Pretty much anyone you want to find on there. You can find phone numbers, email addresses to contact us.
And that link is directly below the video on this screen as well. You'll be able to just go right there if you want to do that. So anything else you guys would like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, a few things. It might be a shock to people. We have 238 kids in our care right now.
Wow.
That's Adams, Pike, Hancock, and Brown. 238 children. We have about 100 foster homes. Some are empty, but like Lindsay said, folks sometimes just want a kid 0 to 8 or 9 to 14. We really need people as foster parents for older children, 10 and above. People just shy away from them. I was drawn towards working with the older kids in residential and the school and casework. I think older kids are easy to work with, the communication. But I saw by looking in your eye, I didn't realize 238 kids. That's just our agency. There's 2 other agencies that work local, DCFS and Lutheran. So do the math. That's a lot of homes.
Yeah, we're talking about probably 300 some odd kids then in our 4-county area here who could use the help. So if you're interested and you got the time and you got a big heart, I'm sure the folks here at Chaddock would love to hear from you.
And there is one event coming up through Connect, Adam Adrian and Connect. It's let me get there right down here. It's going to be at the Crossing this Sunday from 4 to 5 p.m. Ourselves, DCFS, and Lutheran are going to have people there. There's going to be foster parents on a panel. If you have any interest in becoming a foster parent, you can just go there and kind of ask questions or watch what the whole
All right. Well, hey, that's great. I want to thank you guys for your time and best of luck. And thank you guys for what you do. Coming up, Matt and Brittany tackle the hot Sicilian. It's the last stop on the Great Quincy Sandwich Debate.
A great night's sleep starts at Harvey's Furniture. Check out the large selection of complete bedroom sets. And when it comes to mattresses, we have a full selection from Bemco, Spring Air, and Chatham & Wells. Harvey's Furniture. Our home, your home.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center.
Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Tower Pizza and Mexican offers a full menu of pizza, wings, and Mexican favorites. Try the shrimp tacos, fajitas, or a Jeff's special pizza. Extra sauce, pepperoni, sausage, ham, and mushrooms, all on their homemade crust. Tower Pizza and Mexican, 2701 Broadway, Quincy.
Hello everybody, we're here at the last episode of the Great Quincy Sandwich Debate. We're doing something a little bit different today.
Yeah.
I'm here with my muddy buddy, Matt Schuckman. We're going to try the LaGondola Hot Sicilian.
That's right. We're outside of our offices.
Yep.
Here in downtown Quincy. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go to the restaurant. They are swamped right now.
They have their hands tied.
They have their hands tied. So we understand.
Yes.
So we do have sandwiches we're going to try. But yeah, the Hot Sicilian was one of the most popular when we did the original poll.
Yeah, what was the poll, Chuck?
So a couple months ago, I'm sitting at home one night doing some work. I thought, man, I'm hungry. I should get a sandwich. Where should I get a sandwich from? So I threw it out on social media. Where should I get? What's the best sandwich in Quincy to go get?
I think this is the best idea. When you're undecisive, just ask Facebook.
So I threw it out there on Twitter and on Facebook,
Okay.
and it blew up. It just started on Twitter and it blew up. People started sending messages, so I threw it on Facebook as well, and it went crazy. So then we made a list and had people chime in, and we ended up with an overwhelming amount of people giving us their opinions, giving us their thoughts, and so we narrowed it down to the top 10 most mentioned sandwiches. And we've gone around Quincy, sampling them, showcasing them, showing people what they are,
enjoying them ourselves,
where to get them, and that kind of stuff. So we are at number 10 today. Now we did not do this in an order. We just kind of randomly did it, because if we had done it in order, this would have probably been number 1.
Really?
Yeah, Hot Sicilian was right up there. It was 1 or 2 most of the way through the voting and stuff.
And then we are going to have a final poll with our Muddy River audience where they can rank them themselves from our Muddy River site, right?
So yes, so we'll put that out there so they can, here are the 10. You've watched all the videos.
Yep.
Which would you put at the top of the list?
Yeah.
And that's it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. And what was funny is I went to a football practice this week. And Brown County football coach Tom Little, that's what he wanted to talk about, were the sandwiches. And
oh my gosh.
The ones he hadn't had, the places he had been, the ones he wants to come try.
Were there any on the list that you hadn't tried?
No.
You had them all?
Yeah.
Actually, there were
no, I take that back. I've never had the smash burger at the Silver Dollar.
Okay.
So,
yeah, there were a couple of new ones
because that's a newer place.
Yeah. There were a couple of newer ones for me. I love them all.
Yeah. It's been great. It's been interesting to see how different people react to the sandwiches, whether it's through our social media stuff, are just talking to people, or the people who have been gone and sampled it. We haven't had just the two of us go do it. We've mixed it throughout our Muddy Buddy crew.
Yeah. No, we started this.
We did.
We started this.
We did.
We started this tour, and we're ending this tour.
But it was interesting. I still think Steve Einiger's a schmuck. Scoreboard was the cheeseburger, and he didn't have cheese on it. That's just a mess. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So
I added bacon to mine.
Yeah, well, and that's okay. But it was the cheeseburger.
I know. I tried explaining this to him.
So it'd be like we're gonna have the hot Sicilian here.
Yes.
It'd be like not getting the salami or the mozzarella or no. You have to have it the way it's intended.
Okay.
Now you can add to that
The way that LaGondola.
kind of like when we started this, we went to Mr. Bill's and did the tenderloin. We each had different things on our tenderloin.
Yes.
But the base was what we started with.
Yes.
And that's what that's what the idea behind this.
Steve messed it up. Way to go, Steve.
Yeah, no, not a surprise. He's lame.
Okay, so just a little bit about LaGondola real quick. Bob Weaver is the owner and the operator.
Right.
Like I said, we tried to get a hold of Bob. He's a busy man. They have been open in Quincy at the old location for 27 years.
Correct,
They opened.
They were at the corner of 8th and State.
Yes, but they recently moved to the corner of 12th and Jefferson.
Correct.
On, I think it was January 6th is when they opened this new location. LaGondola itself, I always thought it was a chain. It's not. I mean, it's a family-owned restaurant.
Right.
There are 12 of them. It originated in, I can't think of where it was. Creve Cove, Illinois?
Creve Coeur.
Creve Coeur, Illinois. Okay. And that started in February 19th, 1982. So this is a family-owned and operated business.
Great.
I asked my friend on the phone who was giving me all this information, are there any other good sandwiches, like that's what I asked everyone else at the place. She said the pizza burger. Have you had the pizza burger?
I have.
I haven't tried that. And then one other fun fact about LaGondola that I had no idea. Everything is made from scratch there, except for the pasta. But like that bread, they come in, they make it every day. The salad dressings, blew my mind.
Really? I did not know that.
I had no idea. So
Interesting. Now, what you need to know about LaGondola, and I don't know if it's going to be that way in the new spot, but in the old spot, it was an athletic staple. Teams would go there and have their pregame meal, or if they were going on, and I know specifically like Quincy University men's basketball program, the Quincy High School boys basketball program, that's where they would go and have their pre-trip meal.
We did it for at Quincy Notre Dame soccer. I attended that. I never understood why are we loading up on our
loading up on carbs,
because we're getting ready to run.
And one of the so obviously we're going to eat the hot Sicilian. They're known for their garlic bread.
Oh, I got an extra thing of garlic bread.
But the one thing that some of the basketball players would and still bring up to me, and they'll ask, does LaGondola still have the cinnamon bread?
Do they?
Because yes, they do.
Okay.
And they would get a loaf of.
Why didn't I get cinnamon
I don't
bread?
know.
Why didn't you tell me this?
So that was one of the things the players really enjoyed, as far as whether it was spaghetti, lasagna, hot Sicilians. They liked the cinnamon bread.
I'm gonna have to go for.
There you go.
Bread. All right, well, I think we're gonna have to cut real quick and cut these sandwiches up.
Okay.
I told the crew in there that I was gonna share mine a little bit.
No, heck with them. This is all about us.
All right.
That's fine.
All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
What kind of shows will you see on Muddy River Gems each month? The same award-winning storytelling from Mark McDonald and crew that you enjoyed for nearly 20 years on PBS. Muddy River Gems with host Mark McDonald. A new episode every month online from Muddy River News.
Hey, welcome back. Here we are. We're unwrapped. We are ready to hot Sicilian.
For those who have never had a hot Sicilian,
what's on it?
Salami,
Okay.
marinara sauce, mozzarella cheese, and it is a staple.
The marinara sauce has
Meat in it. It's a meat sauce.
Yes.
It's their spaghetti sauce, their meat sauce.
And then it's on the best part.
The homemade bread.
Yes.
So you can't go wrong with that.
No. I mean, again, I just ordered a big loaf of bread so I can eat some bread later. It is the best bread.
I would agree.
Yes.
You can't go wrong.
All right, so I'm going to go a little bit. I might share, like I said, just because I'm going to be nice today.
Hand me the knife.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Whatever. Are we not going to sandwich cheers?
I don't sandwich cheers. You know that.
Boop. Yes, that is meaty.
Yeah, it is a staple. I mean, I remember in high school going there on Fridays after school for, sports and stuff to get a hot Sicilian.
What's the cheese again?
It's mozzarella, isn't
Mozzarella,
it?
I think. I don't know. I'm not a cheese connoisseur.
So-
I mean, I love all the cheese, but I can't tell you.
Yeah.
This is good.
So,
this is really good.
Yeah, it's might be my favorite sandwich in town.
I think out of all the sandwiches that we put on the list, this is the maybe off the beaten path one out of all the sandwiches for Quincy, maybe. I don't know.
It's probably the most Quincy sandwich on the list.
Really?
Yeah, I would think, because like a lot of the places we went, we got their signature dish or their favorite sandwich. But like at Mr. Bill's, we had a tenderloin, and it was outstanding. But you can get a tenderloin a lot of places.
Anywhere.
You can get a buffalo chicken sandwich several places. You can get a cheeseburger.
The one I will
You
argue
cannot get this anywhere else.
is made right. No,
Yes.
the Quincy made right is like no other. The other
Agreed.
day, I went to a Hannibal establishment that serves made right, and they said, "Was it the same?" I'm like, "No, it's not the same."
No, I would agree.
Yeah.
But Made Right is quintessential Quincy. This is quintessential Quincy. Like you can't get this anywhere else in Quincy. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Quincy.
Do they serve the hot Sicilians at the other? I wonder.
That I do not know.
locations? Or like, did this start in Quincy?
That's a good question. I do not know.
We might have to pop in there and ask them.
But this is, I know this is a favorite of people around town, and this was very high on the list when we did the original poll,
Yeah.
and understandably so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I can taste it.
Yeah. So, well, it has been a fun debate.
It has.
We didn't really debate it. We more showcased it.
Yeah.
But we'll get into a little bit of debate now that we're done and see what people think and see what their favorite is.
I want them to debate on the poll. Let's
Yeah.
see it in the comment section.
Exactly.
Go at it.
And we'll comment back.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We'll make sure we do that. But again, it's 10 sandwiches around town, which has been great. And this might just be the start of something we do.
I think so too.
I think so too.
It was good.
It
I
was.
really enjoyed, doing this with you.
We got a taste of Quincy.
Yes.
And that's what we got to continue to do.
Yeah.
So
thank you for everything. Thank you for everything
Yeah,
for starting this.
it's been a blast.
This baby. Thank you for joining us on the last episode of the Great Quincy Sandwich Debate.
Go eat a sandwich.
Hey, we want to thank all of the people who participated in our Great Quincy Sandwich Debate, and we will have it posted, and you can vote on the website. Remember, we had the 10 that were on Matt's Facebook page, but we'll have these 10 all listed, and you can vote for your best. And while this episode is done, this sandwich debate, we might be doing some new things. We might be in a bar, pub, restaurant near you very soon. So I want to thank you for watching Muddy River News and watching the Daily Muddy. It's all the time we have for today. See you tomorrow.
Muddy River News. Our home, our news.